Greetings in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I thank you this morning for joining us. Please call someone, text someone, tell someone that we are online now, we are connected, we are sharing. Just encourage them to watch this session. Today I want us to look at goals. Last week we spoke about comfort zone, but for us to be successful in life, we must know how to write goals, how to make sure that we have goals that will push us to achieve. Now, in this platform, we will always try by all means to focus on the total person. We will focus on you. Now, to focus on you, it means there are areas that we must cover, and then these are areas that I would suggest that you develop yourself. You must focus on them. When you draw goals, you must focus on these areas. It's a spiritual and ethical area of your life, social and cultural, physical and health. You know, physical and health is very important. You may have all the money in the world, but if health-wise you are not doing well, physically you are not doing well, you may not enjoy that money. Now, the other area that I'd like us to really focus on, and you focus on in your life, is mental and educational area, financial and career, and then family and home. Let's run through them quickly. It's spiritual and ethical. It is social and cultural. It is physical and health, mental and educational, financial and career, family and home. Now, those are the areas that are very important to formulate a total you. Now, today I would like us to look at goals. I heard another man sharing, he said success is goals and all else is commentary. That was Mr. Brian Tracy. He said success is goals and all else is commentary. Because the primary reason for failure is that people do not develop goals. They don't make sure that they have new plans, they have plans to replace the old plans. They always stick on something that is not working. Now, today I want us to look at the process, things that we must focus on if we want to draw goals, if we want to be successful in life. The first thing that you must do is to take a decision. Decide exactly what you want in every key area of your life. I said the key areas of our lives are spiritual and ethical, social and cultural, physical and health, mental and educational, financial and career, family and home. Now, you must have a solid decision. What is it exactly that I want in every key area of my life? Start off by idealizing and imagine that there are no limitations. Nothing can stop you on what you can be or what you can have or what you can do. Imagine that you have all the monies, you have all the strength, you have all the skill. Just decide as if there are no hindrances and say, this is what I want to do, and by this date I will have done it. That's the first thing you must do. Decide exactly what you want in every key area of your life. The second thing is write down your goals. Write down your goals. And your goals cannot be here in your mind only. it becomes a dream. When you just think of your goal and you don't write it, you don't put a date in which by that day, the expiry date or the date by which you will have achieved that which you want to achieve, it just becomes a dream. That's why it is important for you to write it down. They must be clear. Goals must be clear. Goals must be specific. Goals must be detailed. Goals must be measurable. Let's go through them quickly. They must be clear, specific, detailed, and measurable. You must write out your goals as if you were placing an order in a far country. When you place an order in a far country, you make sure that your description is clear, so that when your order comes, everything you want is there. You don't want to complain that they supplied me with a wrong thing. You want to make sure that your descriptions are in writing. The factory that will manufacture your order will understand exactly what you want. Make your description clear and detailed in every sense, so that whoever reads it will know exactly what you want. It is said that only 3% of adults have written goals, and everyone else works for them. Those people, that 3%, they have goals, and those are people that are making money, and everyone else is working for them. Now, it is important for us that if we want to be successful in life, we must decide exactly what we want, and then number 2, write it down. The third step is to set a deadline. Your subconscious work in a mysterious way. When it sees a deadline, when it knows that there's a deadline, it pushes so that when the date comes, it must have achieved what you want to achieve. You must write out your goals as if you were placing an order, very clear, and then next to them you put a day or a date by which you want to achieve that thing. Let's say you want to buy a new car. Exactly what kind of a car you want. It is a Mercedes-Benz. It's black in color. The seats are white. And then it is a 450, a GLE or whatever. You specify exactly what you want. I hope you are listening to me and you understand what I'm saying. Set a goal in such a way that it is clear, loud and clear, that whoever reads it, he knows that this is what you want to achieve, and this is the date in which that must be done. And then I said your subconscious mind likes to see dates, end dates, expiry dates. By this day, I must have achieved this. Now, many people are afraid to put a date because they think, what if on that day I don't receive or I don't achieve what I wanted to achieve? No problem. You sit down and strategize again and put a new date again. And you will see how you will be able to reach your goals with speed, and you will be able to set plans on how to do and how to reach your goal. Number 4, identify the obstacles that you will have to overcome to achieve your goal. Because in reality, when you want to do something, there are times when there are obstacles, there are things that may try to hinder you. Why are you not already there at your goal? Because there are obstacles, and then therefore identify the obstacles so that you may have a way of going over the obstacle or go around the obstacle. Now, the 80-20 rule applies to constraints. It says fully 80% of the reasons that are holding you, that are pulling you back, that are keeping you down, are from achieving your goal are inside you. Many obstacles are inside you. It's not really things that are outside. Things that are outside is just 20%. Therefore, it is important to work on you, work on yourself, deal with the obstacles inside you, identify those obstacles and deal with them, and have a way of overcoming them. And then the 20% outside, also identify them, have a way of going over them or around them. Then you will see your goals will be achieved in no time. The fifth thing, or the fifth step that you should do to be successful in life, is to identify the knowledge, the information and skills you will need to achieve your goal. Some goals need you to have a certain skill. For example, you want to do a business and your business is loud and clear before you, and then you must know what are the skills that I must have for me to be able to do this kind of business. Therefore, you identify those skills, you identify the knowledge you need and the information you need, so that the minute you put your hands on the plow, you won't look back. You will push forward. You will make sure that you achieve your goal. Especially identify the skills that you will have to develop to be in the top 10 of your field. Because where you want to go, there are people already there. And then for you to be an expert in that area, you need to develop skills so that you are able to excel in whatever thing you want to do. Now, we said for us to be successful in life, we have to set goals. And the number one, you decide what you want. Number two, you write it down and it must be clear. And then number three, set deadlines. You can't just have an open-ended goal, because you will never arrive there. It's like a person taking a trip saying, I'm going, but he does not know where he is going. Once you know where you are going, you will even know which route to take, which one is the fastest route, which route has toll roads, which route has many potholes, which route is having a lot of traffic, therefore which one must I take. Now, it is important to know where you are going and how you will reach there. And then identify the obstacles, identify the skills that you need, so that you sharpen yourself and push your goal and make sure that it happens. Number 6, identify the people whose help and cooperation you will require to achieve your goal. You need people around you. There are people that you must identify that for me to reach this goal, these are the people that I must identify. These are the people that I must connect with. These are the people that I must talk to. These are the people that will help me to achieve my goal. For example, maybe you want to start a school transport. You know that for you to be able to have kids in your bus to transport them, you need their parents, so that you can talk to their parents and their parents will release their kids so that you can transport those kids to school. Now, it is important to identify the people that will help you, the people that will cooperate with you, so that you can achieve your goal. Number 7, make a list of everything you will have to do to achieve your goal. There are things that you must do to achieve your goal. Combine the obstacles that you will have to overcome, the knowledge and skills you will have to develop, and the people whose cooperation you will require. List every single step that you can think of that you will have to follow to ultimately achieve your goal. Every step of the way, what is it that I must do? Who are the people that I must talk to? What are the skills that I must develop? Make sure that everything is detailed. Now, as you think of new items, add them to your list until your list is complete. When you make out a list of all the things you will need to do to achieve your goal, you begin to see that this goal is far more attainable than you thought. It means you will start realizing that it is possible. And above all, when you put your trust in God, you will realize that through Christ who strengthens you, you will be able to achieve your goal. Now, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. If you don't take a step, you won't go anywhere. Therefore, start by the first step, a small step. It's like it is said that when you want to eat an elephant, you take a bite. You take a bite, small bites until the elephant is finished. Now a long trip, small steps until the trip is covered. Now your goal, small steps towards your goal until you achieve your goal. Number 8, organize your list into a plan. Don't just draw a list. Don't just write everything you need, but make it a plan. You organize this list by arranging the steps that you have identified by sequence and priority. If there are many steps, if there are many things that I must do, but which one that must be done first? You look at the sequence and you look at the priority. Sequence, what do you have to do before you do something else? Which one must come first? And then the priority is what is more important and what is less important. Start small steps, check the sequence, check the priority. The 80-20 rule says that 80% of your results will come from 20% of your activities. 80% of your results will come out of your 20% activities. But the 20-80 rule says the first 20% of time that you spend planning your goal and organizing your plan will be worth 80% of the time and effort required to achieve the goal. Planning is very important. That's why every night you must plan for the following day. Every week during the weekend, especially Sunday, you plan for the week. Every year, the beginning of the year, or towards the end of the year, you plan for the following year. It is important to plan. Number 9, make a plan. Organize your list into a series of steps from the beginning all the way through to the completion of your goal. You make a plan. When you have a goal and a plan, you increase the likelihood of achieving your goals by 10 times, by 1,000 times, by many times. The chances of achieving your goal increases. Why? I have a plan. I know I want to build a big house by the end of this year. Now, a plan will give me small steps on these are the things that I must do, and then every week, this is what must have been done. Every month, this is what I must have been done. At the end of the year, I will have achieved my goal. Now, it is important to organize a plan. Make a plan. Make a plan. Plan each day, plan each week, and plan each month in advance. Plan each day, plan each week, plan each month, plan each year, in advance. Plan each month at the beginning of the month. Plan each week at the weekend before. Plan each day in the evening before. The more careful and detailed you are when you plan your activities, when you are detailed, when you sit down and you are careful in planning them, the more you will accomplish in less time. But if you are just haphazard and you are not detailed about what you are doing, you will take more time to achieve a goal that you would have achieved in less time. Now, the rule is that each minute spent in planning saves 10 minutes in execution. Every minute, you must know that every minute that you spend sitting down the planning, the time you execute, you make it happen, you will save a 10 minute for each minute. Now, this means that you get a 1,000% return on your investment of time in planning your days, weeks, months in advance. Plan in advance. Number 10, select your number one most important task for each day. You have to select which one amongst all the things that I must do, which one is number one. Set priorities on your list using the 80-20 rule. Ask yourself the question, if I could only do one thing on this list, which one or which activity is most important? Whatever you answer to the question, put it number one. It means it's the first thing that I must do. Then ask yourself, if I could only do one other task on this list, which one will be a valuable task that I must do? Then write it number two. You are busy making a sequence and prioritizing which is the first, which one is the second, which one is the third one. Now, the rule is that each minute spent in planning saves 10 minutes in execution. Now, that time is not a waste of time to keep checking which one must I do first, which one must I do number two, which one must I do number three. And as you do that, you know that now I have priorities. I have a sequence. From here, I go there. From there, I will go to that one. From that one, I will go to that one. Now, here's another question you can ask. If I could only do one thing all day long, which one activity would contribute the most value to my work and to my goals? Focus and concentration are the keys to success. Then you will focus on that only thing that you would do to achieve your goal. Number 11, develop the habit of self-discipline. Discipline is very important. If we want to be successful in life, we have to be disciplined. Once you have decided on your most important task, resolve to concentrate single-mindedly on that task. Make sure that you push it 100% and complete it. Don't do half job. Make sure that whatever thing you do, you complete it. When you put your hands on the plow, don't look back, move forward, push forward, push forward, push forward, and you will see you will succeed in life. Your ability to select your most important task and then to work on it single-mindedly without deviation or distraction will double and triple the quality and quantity of your output and your productivity. If you want to be productive, be focused. Look at what you want to do and make sure that it is done. Now, number 12, practice visualization on your goal. Create clear, vivid, exciting, emotional pictures of your goals as if they were already reality. They are already here. You are already touching them. You create a clear, vivid, exciting, emotional pictures. See your goal as though it were already achieved. Imagine yourself enjoying the accomplishment of your goal. If it is a car, imagine yourself driving this car. If it is a vacation, see yourself already in that holiday, in that vacation, walking there in that beach or wherever you want to go. If it is a beautiful home that you want, see yourself living in a beautiful home. Now, in visualizing, take a few moments to create the emotions that would accompany or the successful achievement of your goal. The emotions that will accompany the successful achievement of your goal. A mental picture combined with an emotion has enormous impact. When you have this thing in your mind, it impacts you, and you really want to push to have it. It's something that will pull your mind, it will pull your emotions, it will pull your effort towards achieving it. Now, it is important to make sure that you practice visualization, visualize it, see it before it happens. The Word of God says, call those things that are not as though they are. They are in the spirit, but for them to manifest, for them to be in the physical, you have to stretch your hand of faith, pull them, and make them manifest. Now, visualization will help you. You see those things that are not as though they are already here. Number 13, goal setting exercise. I like this one. Goal setting exercise. Take a clean sheet of paper and write the word goals. You take a paper like this one. On top you write goals. At the top of the page, along with today's date, you write goals and you write today's goals. This is an exercise. Just take out a paper and do it with me. Write goals and then you write today's date. Discipline yourself to write out at least 10 goals that you would like to accomplish in the next year or in the foreseeable future. Now, you wrote goals, you wrote the date. Now, write the first goal. You write 10 of them. These are the goals that I would like to achieve this year or in 2 years' time or in 3 years' time, maybe up to 5 years. Write them down. This is what I want to accomplish. Begin each goal with the word I. You see, when you write goals, only you can use the word I. Follow the word I with an action. The word I must come with the word that tells you the action to follow is this one. You use a verb. Follow the word I with an action verb that acts as a command from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind. Describe your goal in the present tense as though they had already been achieved. If your goal is to earn a certain amount of money, this is an example, you would say, I earn 600,000 rands by the end of 2022. And then you write December 2022. I, and then action verb is earn. I earn 200,000 every month from June 2022. It's a goal. You say it as if it has already happened, but it's something that you are working towards. If your goal is to get a new car, you'd say, I drive such and such a car by such and such a date. Which car do you like? Say it, I drive, say that car, and put the date there. Finally, when you write down your goals, always write them in the positive tense. Instead of saying, I will quit smoking, don't say, I will quit smoking. You say, I am a non-smoker. Already you see yourself out of that thing of smoking. Definite purpose, your major definite purpose. Once you have written out a list of 10 goals, ask yourself this question: if I could wave a magic word and achieve any goal on this list within 24 hours, which one would be the first one? Now, you go through your 10 goals, through your list, and check if God strengthens me now, and then I'm able to achieve one of these goals, which one within 24 hours? And then you write it as number one. In fact, transfer it to another page, turn your page, and then transfer your goal to that page. It's your number one goal. And then you do the second one. If there's a goal after I've achieved this one that I must now achieve out of this list of 9, it's no longer 10 now, it is 9. You choose it and you make it your number 2. That means after achieving this goal, then I will go to this one, I will go to this one, I will go to this one. Now, let's just run through them quickly. Let's run through the process of setting goals. Write it down clearly and in details. Write your goals clearly and in detail. Set a deadline on your goal and set sub-deadlines if necessary. Sometimes the goal is so big that you know by 2025, this is what I will have earned, this is what I will have achieved. But for me to reach there, I must set some sub-deadlines. That's very, very important. Number 3, identify the obstacles that you will have to overcome to achieve your goal. Identify the most important one and internal or external objects that you must overcome. Identify the knowledge and skills. What are the skills that I need for me to be able to do what I want to do? Number 5, identify the people that will help me or cooperate with me in order for me to achieve this goal. Number 6, make a list of everything you will have to do to achieve your goal. Number 7, organize your list by sequence and priority. You must know where to start and then where to finish. Don't just be haphazard. Make a plan by organizing your list into steps. You must be a visionary and a missionary at the same time. A visionary is the person who sees far, this is where we are going, but a missionary is the person who says, for us to reach there, these are the steps that we must take. Now, be a missionary and a visionary. See far and then have steps, have plans on how to reach there. Plan your goal in terms of the activities that you will have to engage to achieve it: daily activities, weekly activities, monthly activities, until it is done. Set priorities on your list and identify the most important thing that must be done. Discipline yourself to concentrate single-mindedly on what you want to do, on the most important things that you must do until it is 100%. I believe we have learned this morning about a process that we must follow of setting goals, because like I said, I heard Tracy saying success is goals and all else is commentary. It means if you want to be successful in whatever thing you are doing, set goals, sit down, write your goals, put a date. I said if you just have goals in your head. They are not written down. It's dreams. Now, in short, I'm encouraging all of us to wake up now. You have been dreaming. Now wake up. Go to your table. Take a page. Take a pen. Take a book. Take a journal. Write there. These are my goals. From today, work on them. And at the end of the day, you will be a success. I said, it is said that the 3% of people that set goals are the ones that all people work for them. Today, I want us to stop here, and may the good God bless you. This is Dr. Tause, BJT Ministries. We will be here again next week this time. May the good God bless you. Amen.